Hi, this is Tom from Mac Arms. Thanks for joining me today. This is my updated video on how to calculate the range to your target using the mil-dot reticle found in a lot of rifle scopes on the market today. In my previous video, I had two formulas, each one of them showing the range to the target in meters. And by popular demand and a lot of comments, people wanted me to put a formula in that calculated in yards. So I went ahead and calculated that and gave that as formula number 3. So this is a very useful tool when you're out there on the range or you're hunting and you don't know how far something is away. If you have a mil-dot scope, reticle scope, then you can calculate how far away that target is. This is just like any other algebraic question. If you know two of these variables, then you can calculate that third variable. This video is going to demonstrate how to calculate the range if you know the height of your target, and you can look through your scope and calculate how many mils there are. So let's take a look at the actual mil-dot reticle. The mil-dot reticle, and I'm not going to get into everything, I just want people to understand how to calculate and how to look through a scope and see 1 mil, basically. So 1 mil is going to be defined as going from one dot to the next, but they have to be in the same location. So if you're going to have the middle of one dot, it has to go to the middle of the next dot. So if you read from the top of one dot, then it has to go to the top of the next dot. That's going to be 1 mil. And so on and so forth. The bottom of one dot to the bottom of the next dot. Or the middle of this dot to the vertices in the middle there. It does help to keep one type of thing in mind. Makes things a little bit easier, but a lot of rifle ranges out there, they have 100 yards set for you. And so if you're looking through your reticle at 100 yards away and you see 1 mil, that target is going to equal 3.6 inches in height or width. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the first formula as a demonstration. This one is going to be the most head user-friendly of the formulas to calculate in your head. And if you know the height of your target in meters, so let's say, for example, you don't know how far something is out there, but you can see that it's about 2 meters tall. So we have a 2-meter target out there. We look through our rifle scope and we notice it takes up about this much room. That's 2 mils tall, about. So we're going to divide that from our formula. So 2 divided by 2, we have to times that by 1,000. That will equal the distance to our target. So as you can see in your head, pretty quick to calculate that. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 times 1,000 is 1,000. So that target under those conditions is going to be 1,000 meters away. Our next one is going to be a little bit different. It's times by something a little different. So I do get a lot of questions about why is that times by 25.4. That is just to convert inches into meters. That's all that does. And so a lot of times we shoot things that are a lot less than 2 meters or even 1 meter tall. So let's say, for example, we're shooting a dirty bird target, something like this, a splatter target. This is going to be a 12-inch diameter, so it's going to be 12 inches high. So I know that. So that's a known variable. So all I have to do now is set it out there somewhere. I have no idea how far it is away, but if I look through my rifle scope and I can see it takes up 3 mils, so it goes from the vertices up to the center of the third dot. It's going to be divided by 3 and then times by 25.4. Now even this, I can still roughly estimate that in my head. If I just round that to 25, I know that 12 divided by 3 is 4, times 25 is about 100. So that's pretty quick in your head also. So this actually calculates to be 101.6, so it's a little bit over 100, and that's going to be also computed in meters. So under those conditions, that target's 101 meters away. The third example is done the exact same way, only you're going to calculate the conversion a little bit different. So let's say I'm shooting the same target, 12 inches tall. I look through my rifle scope and it is the exact same. It's 3 mils tall because I haven't moved it yet. So that's going to be the same. And then you have 27.78. And so 12 divided by 3 is 4 times 27.78. Well, who doesn't have a cell phone in their pocket, right? So just pop up that calculator real quick. And we've got 12 divided by 3, which is 4. Then you're going to times that by 27.78, and it equals 111.12. So for this one, we've got 111.12, and this one's going to be yards. So under those conditions, that target is 111.12 yards away. And so I really hope this video was useful to you. I hope you liked my updated version of an extra formula in there. My next video, please stay tuned, because I showed you these computations, but there's also, unfortunately, there's a couple of different types of scopes out there with these mil dots in them. One is called an FFP scope, and the other one's called an RFP scope. A front focal plane scope and a rear focal plane. And these computations work very well as long as they're used properly.